Hi, all my scrapbooking friends. I'm Lanita Medina from Camden, Maine, and it's a happy Wednesday because it's scrapbooking with Lanita time. And today's idea is another vintage or retro idea coming to you from how many years ago? Let's see, 2004, so close to 20 years ago. I'll just show you this part first. Who remembers those little pieces there where you thread the little circles into a strip of paper and then have a tag there? And this is what the original looks like. And I have been looking at that idea and thinking, oh my goodness, it's such a fun one. And look how perfect it is for this page and these pictures. Don't you love my little stars here? They're so sweet. So one of the reasons that I wanted to do this page is, you know that we have a lot of, we do have a lot of paper that is perfect for 4th of July and stickers. However, I wanted for this one a simple page with the header, the highlight here, and then the photos to be the main focus. For example, if you look at this paper, this is from the USA paper, which already is gone, I'm sad to say, but it is perfect for her clothes. Except when I added this piece to it, it just took away from the photos. And that's what I want to mention to you, that something to, keep in mind when you're doing something like this. So let's get started. I'm going to get my little things over here and grab my tools, and I wanted a clear space. The other thing that I am using is the Fireworks Decorative Punch, which I know also is on back order. You can order it. I do have, I think, 5 or 6 in stock. If anybody is anxious for before September, I have it. And then let's see, the other thing that I used here, I did use the US of not the US of A. These are the Stars in Spirit stickers, which are still around, and the paper is still around. They are on last chance. I think they're still here. And those are perfect papers also. I'll show you the blue I used from the Stars and Spirit. This is a perfect blue, which I don't use much, but I'll show you all that when I get started. Okay. I set my paper aside, so I had to go grab it again. All right. Set this over here so you can have it in view also. The first part I'm going to make is the tag, and then these little pieces here. Very, very fun idea. And so for the tag, we don't have a tag maker that makes that part, but it's very, very easy. And it also shows this part of the angle, and hopefully I'll show you some things that are just reminders. I'm going to do a 2-inch strip here. Thought I had a 2-inch strip cut. I do, just to make it a little quicker. So this is, you would cut it at 2 inches. So this is already a 2-inch strip ready to go. And let's see here. Okay, so then what I want to do is, my phone is ringing. I have a landline that is like the old-fashioned phone, and I keep hearing it ring. I'm going to mark this at, and no answering machine, because it's that old-fashioned kind. All right, so I'm going to mark it, since this is 2 inches, I want to mark it at the 1 just a little bit, okay, just because that's where my beginning point is going to be to cut my little angle. And then I'm just going to go on this line right here, this angle, which is wonderful that we have that to go by. And this mark that you can barely see, but I can see it, is going to be on that line right there that cuts. So I can see that it's on there, and I'm lined up here. And then once I do that part, I can just flip it And I know that if I line up that cut here, that little dot there with this, then I will be golden. There we go. So there's that. And then cut it at 4 inches. The little tip here can be at 4 inches. And eventually I'll round that off also. Now the other thing the original idea had was vellum. And this vellum is from the Serene Waters. Isn't that fun? And so this is going to be a little smaller. I'm going to do it at 1 3/4. So here's the tricky part on doing the half part, right? Because if you, and then let's see, I'm going to do it 3, because half of 1 3/4 is like that 7/16 mark that you see on my little grid there. So the other way that's easy to do it is to just do it in half like that, and then you have just a little mark there. That's the easiest if you don't have the guide like this one. So my little mark, I can see it there, and I'll just go ahead and do that. Let's see, the vellum can be a little bit, this vellum is a little bit, well, how should I say it? You want to press hard. I don't have the right words, so I'm just going to say press hard. Right, so there's that. Now, the vellum, oh, I was like, where did it go? Here it is. Let's see how this fits in there. Is it too? Oh, that's perfect. So what happens is it gives it a nice little shaded look. And on the vellum tape printer, it still shows a little bit. But what I noticed, and I'm going to show you on, what should I show you on? Let me grab a little scrap here. If you have, if you just press real hard and do, it has pieces with it. What I notice is if I just press real light, well, let's see. Oh, okay, that didn't, I've been practicing a lot. If I just press real light and bring it up, it felt like it gave me a better, now that's not doing it now, right? But anyway, I don't want a lot of that on it. So I'm just going to press a little bit. Isn't that funny when we practice it? And there we go. That's what I wanted. See if I can show you. Where it doesn't have a lot on both sides. Okay. And all I need is a little bit. Well, let's put a little bit on here. The other thing about this is that it's not going to show much because I'm putting stickers on top. Oh, okay, so that's that part. And then, of course, this is a tool we don't sell with Creative Memories, but that's a hole punch. We probably all have a hole punch. Oh, you know what else I did on this one? I did add some white on that one. So I'll go ahead and add some white onto this also. And I actually didn't even measure this one. I just put it on here and cut around it. And that's just another thing I wanted to show you that is another option for when, you know, when you don't want to measure and it's like, oh my goodness, it's too complicated, whatever. Well, just, if you already have one done, then just go ahead and do it this way. In fact, we used to do things like this way a lot because we didn't have, you know, lines and grids. And since I am doing kind of retro stuff, I think we can do it the retro way. Just look and see, does it line up? And there you go. Now the other thing, scissors. The other thing that I did on mine was rounded. It looked like it was a little bit too spiky. I don't know. Although it also looks like a firecracker or fireworks. So if you want to just round it a little bit, and this can be rounded also. I didn't do that on this one. Let's just round it a little bit, but not much because I've got the vellum there. So let's just a teeny bit. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and do my punch. Okay, that's going through all three. That makes it easy. And there is that part. Now let's make that part. Again, experimenting with colors. If you're going to put vellum on top and it has a little bit of a pattern, then it's best to not have a heavy pattern. Like the vellum looks good on this pattern, but a heavy pattern like this one didn't seem to work as well. But you know, it's okay. And this was the vellum that I found that worked the best for giving the blueness of it. So a little bit about the punch. This is a good lesson here. This is the older punch, and this is the size that is here, except I did it with the circles because a lot of you may not have this. In fact, this was my mom's. Look at that. And then I have the smaller one. So those are nice if you have them. That would be this one for this part and the next size down for this other part. But since these are the tools that a lot of you do have, then let's do it this way because I realize that it is quite easy. And looking to know what size compares to this, what I did is I stuck it in there. And then I know that if I cut this with the red blade, it's that size. This with the green blade would be that size. And so, so what I want is, let's see, should I take one off? Let's just see. So I want to show you here how that one is actually with the red blade. And I think I just said that that was this one and the smaller one. So what I did was I tried different sizes. And you can see here how I was trying different sizes to see what would work better. And so that one is with that's with the green blade. Okay. All right, so let's go with this. And again, I felt like the red shimmer looked really good with this. So that's what I'll go ahead and do. And I just want to verify that I did use the red and not the blue. So let's just see. That's it. That is it. So if you want to spell July, like I did, and I'll just make the duplicate of this one. So 4 of these. And you can see that it is not super tedious. It flows pretty quickly. And then I just kind of set those aside, pop it out, set them aside here. I want them up here so it's easy to work on them. And then grab this one with your green blade. Now, I like to save paper, but it can be a little difficult because of the tiny scrap I'm using. But let's see if I can make this work so that you can... Also, this vellum is, like I said, a little stiffer. But I know that I can get 4 out of this one. So if you have the Serene Waters vellum, this is a great way to use it. And if you haven't used it already. Oop, that one's scrunched up, but let's see if I can save it. So sometimes it's not as good to do this saving paper online, is it? Let's see, maybe I'll be able to save that one. Let's try this one and see if I can do a little bit better. On that one, I'll just be a little more careful. Okay, there we go. All right, so those are that. Now, back to the little vellum parts on this and adhering them. Because I'm doing the holes up here, I did most of my vellum up top. So I did that and that. So it gets a little bit of where the hole is going to be, but it's not going to show a lot. So that's a part that's going to be cut off. And then notice how I'm putting them up higher. And so it's like it's not even, so it's going up higher. There we go, and that. So leaving your workspace ready for the next step makes it a lot easier. And then I'll just get rid of that as much as I can, and then it doesn't show as much. And then the little hole punch. And then that part where I messed up won't show either. And I guess I shouldn't say messed up. We don't like that word for scrapbooking, huh? We just change it up a bit and do something else so that it fixes the little glitch there. All right, now on this part, you can use white if you want for the string or I'm calling it string. Or you could use a sticker, but it's harder to get these to string through if you use a sticker. So what I used is this is, I think the Midnight Shimmer. This is the Firecracker Shimmer here. Can't remember the name, but this is the light blue shimmer, which is, or the blue shimmer. It might be just called blue shimmer. And I went from this mark, which is where we cut, to that mark. That's where I'm measuring. And that's 1/8 of an inch. And that's about as thick as I want it. I tried thicker, and that is quite thick, actually, isn't it? I think that's thick enough. And then it's time to adhere. So pretty good, huh? Not too tedious at all. And then once you lay it on here, you can decorate it, or you can decorate it ahead of time. I'm going to decorate it now because that may help me decide where I want to go with it. So let's talk stickers briefly here. This is the US of Yay. Looks like I'm missing one. Oh, I'm missing the strip one, which I guess I didn't bring out. But you can use from the strip ones also, because you can take pieces off of here to put into your tag if you want to. So there are, as usual, strips and the stickers and then words. Now if you look at these pictures, or let's take this one, because this has her with the flag. This would be an excellent, simple, easy page if you just did the sticker. So you can do some very fun, simple pages to highlight your pictures with the stickers. I love that part about it. In fact, on my 5-Minute Friday, I'm going to do just some quick border or border pieces that can be made with that. All right, so I am attaching just that corner there, just so it doesn't move around. And I did say I was going to decorate, huh? The foam squares are great to bring out at this point. And I do want a little bit of red here. And so it can be, a star would be good, a little star. That can be down below a little bit more. Oh, did I mention? So this is the Washington, D.C. Stickers. And there are a whole bunch of little things. Like this one is a good one because I'm doing some stars here. We could put that there. You can just fill it up if you want to. Also, you can cut some out of here, which is what I did with my first one. So it's nice. Okay, I want red. It's nice to use these because you have a whole bunch of them, whereas these you run out of. So I have round things there already, which I may. And then this can tuck under. So what I'll do is, because it does have the edges that are a little bit more not rounded, then I will pop this one up and then put this one down below. Now what I'm seeing is that I need more blue here. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there. I need more blue. So where am I going to get blue from? That's a fun one there. You can just pop that over here. Bring this over to here. Get that edge out there. And then that's probably enough. And then I can go ahead and put this in here. So let's see. I want this that way. And here's where you can decide if you want it that way or that way. For this one, I'll just do this way. And then I'm gonna, okay, that one is moving. I obviously did not put enough tape on it, but now I know where my stickers are. So I'll add a little bit more tape. That one is there. So that can be there. And then now on these, just put them all at once, tip them over, and just a little bit of tape runner. Just so that once you are ready to commit it, you can go ahead and so send them through, but when you're ready to commit them, then you don't need to turn them over and, you know, make a big mess with this. You can just go ahead and, there we go. Now, so here's another part that if you want, you can separate it from the tag. I do have another sample here that I made, and I'll show it at the end, but that one is stuck more to the tag, so that can be part of your decoration for the tag also. So now, tilt them, tilt them however you want. If you want them all the same direction, you can tilt them the same direction, or if you want to, oh, this is another thing that I need to tell you. This tends to want to go up because, we're moving it with these little things. So now that I have those in place, now I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a little bit of tape runner there. And if you want, another title can be there. So let's talk stickers, letters. I pulled these out. These are from the Cue the Blue. And that would be very fun to use also. Should I try it? See if it'll fit. Okay, so those don't fit as well, and they don't show up as well. But if you had another color or just the red, those would be perfect. In fact, these would be great with a circle. See how fun that shows up. And then if you had your red, let's try it on red. That would be perfect, right? But because I have the vellum there, it doesn't show up as much. And you could do this one with larger circles because these are bigger letters. So what I did on this one, I did the white, and these are the smaller ones. Now well, see, I do forget the names of these, but these are the tinier ones, and these, I felt like these went on really well. So I'll just go ahead and put July on here again. Those are the bigger ones, and these are the smaller ones. This is what I used on the other one, these littler ones, so I'll use that on this one also. And this one I'll just do all capitals, and then that'll be a little bit bigger. Isn't it a fun little tag idea? And let's see who invented these. This one was Jean Gifford. Not sure if Jean is still around, but Jean, if you are, I love all the old ideas that I find. And so this is, kind of not even, and that's okay. Now the other thing is, if you want to add your dots, we have great pens. This is the micro tip pen. If you want to just add a few little dots that are just to give it a little bit of dimension and bring the eyes up to it, or we have the fine tip and the round tip or bowl tip. I guess the red, this is the dot tip, so you can do a lot of fun things with that too. All right, now on this one here, oh, I went down and I didn't notice, did I? Well, that's okay, because I want you to see this part. On this one here, I want you to notice what I was trying to bring out. I was trying to bring out the bow, and so that's the one I did with the Fireworks Punch. And okay, good. So I was trying to think, why did I pull it down? But yeah, this is the part that I want you to see. Now I can move it up, and with the Fireworks Punch, there are quite a few fun things you can do. I'll just do this really quick little one that I want to do two of them, so let me back myself out of this. And there's another one, so there's that. And I'll put this in my trashula. So for these, I want the bigger one here, and I'm going to pull this down again just so that you can just hopefully see it better there, that it's more in the middle of your screen. And even though the page protector will cover it, I did pop it up just a bit. And this one will have a foam square, pop up just a bit. I want to keep it in the circle. And this one can have a little bit of a less, I'm taking those off down to the level of the other ones. So of course that can look like a sun. You can pop these all over here too as confetti if you were to do a party thing. And then I'll just go, since I already have one pop-up, I'll just go ahead and put these on here and kind of lift them a bit. And then alternate them. And then they have the look of, you know what, I'm going to cut that one down just a little bit more. And not all of them, I'll just cut a few of them just a bit more so that it will give me more of a alternated look. There we go. So that now that looks more like the unevenness of the bow. And I'm highlighting that because she also has it here, and that red brings out the whole idea there. So then you can just go ahead and put your mats. Oh yeah, let's see. I also did some of the little dots here. And let's see if you can see those. Can you see the little dots there? I think you can. And then I did some of the dots using, well, and I did my title there, and a few more of the dots using the silver dual tip pen. And then you can just add the dots all over the place. The nice thing about adding dots on this particular type of a page is that you want more of the confetti look anyway. And yeah, so then just go ahead and put your pictures on that work. I have a couple more here, but I'm going to use them on my Friday page. So you could do, this could be a 2-page, or it can be a 3-page, or it can be a more picture page. And there you go. So there it is. Oh, that's another thing, that when these little leftover pieces here, the other side has the flag stuff, and so you can put those on your corner here as a part of completing the picture. And those were cut from the triangle here. So when I cut those off the other side of that, okay, here's the other one. The other side of that triangle, because this is the paper it's from. So you'll have leftovers, and that's how you can use them. Okay. And so those scraps can be nicely used. All right, so I'll bring this back down. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you are looking for this one, I do have it, since right now it's not in stock in Creative Memories. I did put the few that I have onto my scrapbookingwithlanita.com website for discontinued products and less known products. So you can go there, and my website, which is www.creativememories.com/user/Lanita Medina. That link will be on here if you want to purchase any of these other things that are very fun. All right, thank you so much, and have a great 4th of July weekend. Bye-bye.